Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Belmont Park here on Saturday. It is May the 14th, 2016. I'm going to look at all the stakes races, races 7 through 10. Before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections. Um, great card from Belmont today. Some very nice races. All six picks for pick four. Gonna have a ticket for you on my Twitter account. I'm gonna use the horses. I'm gonna look over the pick four right now, but I'm not sure which horses I'm gonna use and the amount, how much it's gonna cost. But let's get on to it. 7 through 10. The feature 10th race is the Man Horse. Let's get on to it. Today's 7th race is the 40th running of the Ruffian, Grade 2, purse $250,000. It's for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds. Here going 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 6 horses traveling the distance of ground of 1 mile. A very nice race, traveling a mile. And you know, I'm gonna give you a $2 trifecta or a dollar trifecta. It's not, it's not the best play in the world, but as in money making, you can make some money, I think. But I'm gonna go 612, 612 for a $2 trifecta. It's gonna cost you $2. If you want to play for 100, it's gonna cost you 100. For number 6, Caramba, 7 to 5. Jose Ortiz for Shug McGay here for the fifth stable out of Bernardini, this 4-year-old filly. Last time out, ran at Aqueduct of on the 8th on April 10th, first start of the year in the Top Flight Stakes. Source won by a half length that day. Was drifting a little bit at the between the 8th and the 16th pole, but really ran really well that day. I think that drifting was from the layoff. This horse should have a very good start today. And then at Aqueduct of on the 8th in the Comely, last November, this horse finished second by a head. Was near the lead all throughout. Had a little bobble that day, but just really couldn't catch forever unbridled. I really like this horse here in this spot. It was run twice here, or 3 times here at Belmont, running in the back in October, an optional 6-2 claimer. This horse won by 2.5 lengths on the lead all throughout. And then on the mud, we did get some rain here, a lot of rain Friday afternoon. We're gonna get you never know if the track warms up. If we get if the sun comes out and we might get a good surface. But this horse won a really good race on the mud back in September and allowed 77,000 allowance race, won by 9 lengths. This horse really likes the course here, I think, a lot. So I'm going to put this horse on top of my ticket. I'm going to put the one horse, I think, cavorting underneath for the second place position. This horse finished second in the Distaff, third in the La Brea, and fourth in the Breeze Cup Filly Mares sprint. It's a pretty weird horse. This horse didn't really do good on the slot back in 2014 here at Belmont, but she could maybe be second place horse. I might single Caramba on the pick four. If I don't, I might go 6-1, 1-6. I'll have to see. But Caramba is a very good horse. Has been coming into the race in really good shape. Should peak today, I think. So to recap my bets for race number 7 from Belmont, the Ruffian, gonna go 6-1-2, 6-1-2. Number 6, Caramba is my top selection. So now let's get on to race number 8 from Belmont Park, which is the 39th running of the Bugay Stakes, Grade 3 purse, $150,000 for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 8 horses traveling the distance of ground of 1 mile and 1/16 on the Widener turf course. The rail will be set at 27 feet, 27 feet, mile 16th around the Widener. And, I'm going to do a super factor key this race. It's a wide open race, I think. There could have been 3 horses I could have won to this race. Going to go with the 8 horse, actually. My Miss Sophia at 3-1. Going to key this horse on top of my super factor key. Going to go 8 with the 1-2-3-6. 8 with the 1-2-3-6 for 10 cents. Going to cost you $2.40. But number 8, 3-1, Joe Rosario for Belmont. It hasn't started since October 3rd on a soft turf course, 1 mile in the First Lady Stakes at Keeneland. Horse finished third by 7.5 lengths that day. Tempin and Crowley's a lot of second place finishers were winners of the next start out, but this horse just steadied early that day. Got bothered. It wasn't the best run for this horse. Maybe the soft turf course was a little bit of a problem. Then Saratoga, mile 16th in the Boston Spot Stakes. This horse finished third by 3/4 of a length. really couldn't get that late run. And then in the Diana Stakes, Saratoga Mile and 8th, this horse finished fourth by 2 1/4 lengths, was just weakening that day. This horse should have a very good run. Her first ever career turf start came last June the 5th, a mile and 8th on the inner turf course, an optional 6-2 claimer, 9 was a 2. This horse won by 4.5 lengths actually, on the lead all throughout. Very easy victory, drew off clear. Those inner turf course races, those two-turn races, tend to be more towards speed horses, I think. We did see a few horses go wire to wire last season, and this week going two turns on the inner turf course, like those mile and a quarter, mile and eighth races. If this horse gets a good lead, is fresh after the layoff, I think this horse could do well. It's been training up at Saratoga on the Oklahoma training track. 4 furlong workout, 50 flat, 28th best out of 60. So going to use this horse on my ticket. This is a difficult race. I could, sorry, my phone, but I could have went a few deep this race. In the pick four sequence, they're gonna use the eight, the gonna use the one also. I'm gonna use the three horse ball dancing. Going to the three horse ball dancing, very difficult horse. 2 to 1 here. Her last two have been pretty disappointing. I know that last start was her first start in over 6 months, and that just game was very disappointing. But before that, was running really good. She could be a little bit of. She's the wise guy horse, I think. But I'm gonna take my chances with my Miss Sophia. So to recap my bets for race number at the BGA Stakes from Belmont, I'm gonna go with the 8 horse. I'm gonna do Superfect Key 8 with the 1, 2, 3, 6 for 10 cents. It's going to cost you 60 cents. Excuse me, $2.40. So now let's get on to race number 9. The ninth race, the local prep for the Belmont Stakes. It's the 62nd edition of the Peter Pan Stakes. Race 2, purse $200,000 for 3-year-olds. We have a field of 8 horses traveling a mile and 1/8 on the Belmont Big Sandy surface. 1 turn, mile and 1/8, remember that. And there's one horse I really like in this race. Gonna go to the outside to number 7, who is Unified. At 4 to 5, Jose Ortiz for Jimmy Jerkins out of Candy Ride. Should handle the distance, I think personally. But gonna go 7-4-3. Gonna do a $2 trifecta, I think. Might be a single in the pick. In the pick four, might go 2 singles this race in the pick four, so it might be a cheap ticket. But 7-4-3, number 7 Unified, 4 to 5 Jose Ortiz for Jimmy Jerkins at a Candy Ride. Last time out, we're in an Aqueduct, 7 furlongs on the mud in the Bayshore. This horse won by 3 lengths on the lead all throughout, just drew off clear. Got a 102 buyer. It was the best race for this horse's short career. He was just clear, clear, clear. And then down at South Florida, Gulfstream Park, 6 furlongs on the 21st of February in a main special with 40,000. Again, horse won by 3 lengths on the lead all throughout. Another very clear run. Just looking over this horse, very, very nice. All of his races have been pretty nice. Been training May the 8th at Belmont, 6 furlong workout, 113-2, and a 3 furlong workout, 38-2. It looks very hard to beat in this race, I think. You have the other 2 horses, 3 and the 4 who I also have my ticket, Adventist and Decorated Soldier. 2 horses that maybe could upset, but their races haven't been as good as Unified. If he could go to the distance, which his pedigree looks like he can, he should really run well here today. Number 3 Adventist coming out of the Wood Memorial out of Any Given Saturday. I believe he won that race at Any Given Saturday. I believe he won the Wood Memorial a few years ago, if I'm not mistaken. But this horse finished third in the Gotham, third in the Wood Memorial, third in Withers, has 1 win going 6 furlongs. We'll have to do it. It's very his races haven't been as good as the 7 horse Unified. The Decorated Soldier won a really good race at in the Northern Spur. So yeah, I'm going to use them both on a trifecta ticket. So recap my bets for race number 9. It's Peter Pan from from Belmont. Gonna go with the 7-4-3, 7-4-3. So now let's get on to the 10th race to featured on today's program. It's the 58th running of the Manowar. Grade 1, purse $400,000 for 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 9 horses traveling the distance of ground of a mile and 3/8 on the inner turf course. Mile 3/8. And there's 2 horses that I really like in this race. Both of them are, they're both good horses. I'm going to go 9-7, 9-7 this race. And for the superfecta thing, wager, if I'm lucky, if I could, right now, it would go 9-7 all for the third and fourth place finishes. Cost you $4, I think. If you could find a good horse to put third and fourth, maybe I'll even take it down. If find a good price, I think we can for the third and fourth. But 9-7 on top here. Might even do a $5 a double. What do you call that? Exacta box 5-7, 9-7 for $5 cost you $10 to box it. But I would probably use both horses, the 7 and 9, in the pick four. But number 9, Wake Forest, 2-1 top selection. John Velasquez, this German-bred horse for Chad Brown. Last time out going at Gulfstream Park, mile and a half on April 2nd, first start of the year in Pan American. Source finished second by a head, was closing up that day, but just missed. Kagan, who won that day, ran a hell of a race, closing also. That was the horse's second start in the States. First start was at Arlington, a mile and a quarter on a yielding turf course in the Arlington Millions. This horse finished sixth by 5.5 lengths that day. It was a weird kind of race for him. Didn't have the best of trips that day from five hole. And then at Hamburg in Germany, a mile and a quarter in the Hamburg Trophy Stakes Group 3 event that day. This horse won by 3/4 length. I think he could handle the distance here. Mile 3/8 to mile and a quarter to a mile 3/8. I think is right up this horse's alley. Should really have a monster race. Been training here. Belmont workout on the inner turf course. 4-fold workout on the soft turf course in 52-2. Seventh best out of 10 workouts that day. And a 4-fold workout here at Belmont. 4 furlongs on a firm turf course in 50 flat. The fourth best out of 11. So I'm going to use him also with in the pick 4 sequence with the 7-horse Kagan. 5-2 Joe Bravo, the 6-year-old gelding. Last time out, Keelan, the Elkhorn. This horse finished second by half length. Couldn't catch the big horse who ran a hell of a race. But this horse, he got a decent second place finish. And then Pan America, this horse won by a head. One of the best races of this horse's career, I think. He just closed incredibly well. And then the McDermott of this horse finished second by 1/4 lengths. Really couldn't get up to the winner, Grand Tito. This horse has won twice. Once this year. Didn't win in 2015 at all, and win before the Pan American. You have to go back to 2014, the Seabiscuit handicap at Del Mar. This horse won by 3/4 length, really rallying to a very nice victory. He's a definite use for me. Should love the distance. Should really, run well here today over the surface. So to recap my bets for race number 10, the Man of War Stakes from Belmont Park, going to go with the 9-7 here. 9-7. Going to use them both in the pick 4 sequence. I would go too deep this race. I'm going to do a super factor also, 9-7 all for the third and fourth. It would, for 10 cents, it could cost $4, something like that, $4 or $5. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.